it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to the Great Big Card Swap Showcase, September 2021, Part 1. I'm trying to make sure the orientation of this is right. I haven't gone live on YouTube a whole lot, and so I feel like I'm still getting used to it. Let's make sure... Yeah, this looks good. We're just like super close up. We have so many cards to share tonight. Oh my goodness. I split them up into two showcases because there were so many cards. This is just from 2 weeks. This is part 1. And we'll do the other part in 2 weeks on September 28th. So if you don't have a card in one of these boxes, you can send one and be in the next video. I was scarfing down dinner. So this is how the Great Big Card Swap works. If you're not familiar, you send a card, you get to see them all, and then you get one back. There's a new theme each month, and I will show every single card that I receive, and then I will mix them up and send them back. So you can send your cards to me at Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Here's how it works. You want to make sure to include a postage stamp, a return postage stamp in your card. You don't need to worry about envelopes. I'll take care of that. And there's a new theme each month. So the theme for September is fall and autumn. The theme for October is going to be thankful or grateful. So thank you cards. I still kind of want to see some fall cards, but any kind of thank you is going to be great for October. So if you want to send ahead, just make sure to mark your envelope October so that I know to hold it for the October card swap. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that it is just that it's just for the current swap. Uh-oh. Are we having some connection issues? I'm having a connection issue. I'm not sure if it's on my end. Give me some comments. Let me know if you can see this okay. Hopefully we haven't had any interruption in our broadcast. Okay, good. It looks like it's just a little off for me, but that is no problem at all. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in because you guys, like I said, we have 100 and I just opened up some from the mailbox today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 extra cards. I think we're close to 130 now. 130 cards. These are all going to be fall and autumn themed cards. And the great thing about the Great Big Card Swap is it doesn't have to be Stampin' Up. So if you don't use Stampin' Up products, you can still send a card. I still want to see what you're creating. So here's how it works. If you send Stampin' Up, I will make sure that you get Stampin' Up back. If you send current Stampin' Up, I'll make sure you get current Stampin' Up back. But I'm telling you, we have so many beautiful cards using so many different kinds of products that no matter what you send me, you're going to get something amazing back. So let's just jump in. I know there are so many, especially in this batch, that are using retired stamps, and I don't know them all. I'm going to do my best, but I certainly don't know them all. So I'm just going to jump in and I'm going to show you a card and show you who made it, and then we're just going to keep moving along. Let's move this camera down so we can get a closer look. Oh, that's just perfect. Now you can really get in and see these beautiful cards. Okay, so this first one that just arrived is from Debbie Reed. She says, this is where she lives in Kingston, Idaho. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous is that? She said she used the wood grain embossing folder and then the gorgeous leaves designer paper. Oh my gosh. I love everything about this. There's just so many beautiful layers, and I especially love the multicolored leaves that you've done there, either like some sponging or like a baby wipe technique. So similar card here. Ooh, we should do like a this or that. Do you like it with cinnamon cider or early espresso? These are both by Debbie. I think I like the early espresso and the pumpkin pie better, but they're both gorgeous. So gorgeous. Debbie, thanks for sending those in. Here's another one from Debbie using the Harvest Meadow and Nature's Harvest stamp set. And then this is the Stitch So Sweetly and I can't remember the name of that stamp set. Oh, The inside sentiment is for you. Your kindness makes the world a beautiful place to be. Oh, Debbie, thank you so much. Nature's Harvest stamp set. I can't remember the name of the thank you set. Oh, I'm gonna try to keep up with comments as well. So say hi when you jump on and let me know how you're doing tonight, where you're watching from. Do you have a card in this box? That's what I really want to know. All right, this one just came from Pat Nemo. Oh, gosh, I stress out so much about saying your names right. So hopefully I got that right, Pat. I love this. She's got this, oh my gosh, what is the name of this? Woodlands? Something embossing folder, and then the sponging on it just to highlight those. So beautiful in that background. And I recognize this stamp, but I'm not sure exactly where it's from. So cute. Here's one that just came today from Carmen Miyoshi. Oh my gosh, I love this sort of like tag cards. We've got just the card front that comes down, and then the tag, and oh, I don't remember the name of this stamp set. It was in last year's holiday mini catalog. And I thought it was so clever to use Rococo Rose, because that's definitely not a color I would use for fall, but it is so gorgeous, Carmen. I love it. This card is one I had to throw one in there because I wanted to make sure I could get a card back too. This is the card I shared on Sunday during Sunday stamping with Susan and Julie. I used the silicone craft mat to emboss the big die onto the card. So I love the way that turned out. And then the gold leaves, a little bit of inside going on there too with the gold leaves. Let's move this up just a little bit so we make sure we get the whole card in the frame. Yes, Brenda, your card did arrive. I remember sticking a Post-it on the back of it earlier today. This one is from Kathy Deck, or Kath. I'm going to say Kathy, but if it's Kath, let me know so I make sure I get it right next time. Kathy Deck, and she used the host paper, the Pattern Party, and I just love that. And I've also seen where people color the leaves, and it's really pretty. I forget about this pattern being in there. Banner Year stamp set, she said. Yeah, and then the Pattern Party designer paper. Oh my gosh, fall is my favorite. It really is. This one is from Pam D'Annunzio, and she used this retired paper. In fact, I think the next several cards use this retired paper, and this is from a couple years ago, but I just love these colors. Mint Macaron, Pretty Peacock. We've got a little, it looks like maybe Bermuda Bay going on for the detailed pumpkin die cut, which is newer in the stamp set. And this is a fun fold. We've got like a diagonal fold in the front and then the rectangle fold in the middle. Oh, I love that, Pam. Thank you so much for sending that in and sharing. Next card is by Tabitha Lawson, and she's used some wood grain designer paper with some of those same pumpkins and leaves that were all part of that suite with the paper that I can't remember. Oh, and the little bow gathered together. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love everything about it. I'm going to keep saying that because your cards are all so beautiful. This one is by Pam Novak, and she's using that same designer paper. We've got the Mint Macaron, the Island Indigo. Always grateful. Just such a perfect sentiment and a layout here. And I love the detail of the embossing folder. That adds such a beautiful texture to the card. Am I going up too high? I'm going to try to pull them down, guys. Sorry. Oh, Maria said she didn't send in a card, but she loves watching all the cards on display. Well, Maria, you'll have to send one in for the next video. So the next showcase is going to be on September 28th, in 2 weeks. So I've tried to divide them up so it wasn't so many cards, but it still is so many cards. This is another one by Pam Novak, and so she's got a more embossing folder here and more of that beautiful paper. I just love that paper. Oh my goodness. And another fun fold. I love this sort of double flat fold. You guys are just so amazing with all your cards. Oh my goodness. Here's another beautiful one. This one's from Patsy Marshall. Marshall. I think I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not, Patsy. Autumn Greetings. I love this. Do you see in the background how she's stamped it and then die cut and then put it onto dimensionals? I love that sort of like eclipse technique where you make the foreground kind of pop up from the background. So gorgeous, so pretty. Love these colors too. Mint Macaron, a little bit of like a Cajun Craze, I think, back there. And then Early Espresso in the gold. Happy fall, y'all. Oh my gosh. Beautiful card, Patsy. Thanks. I am saying that right. Yes, Patsy. I'm sorry. All right. This one's from Nancy Ross. And here's that same embossing folder and doing some ink technique. So this one, you would ink the folder before you put it through the embossing machine. So you get that sort of ink in the background. And that looks really cool with the like design. It's not like solid ink. It's sort of just like a little bit. So you get kind of a fun texture. And then those the trees just sort of pop up so much in the foreground. Really beautiful, Nancy. May all your tomorrows be as happy as today. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. I just love fall colors. This one is soft suede, Cajun craze, pumpkin pie, cinnamon cider, and bumblebee. And this wreath set, it just retired from the annual catalog. It was only in there for a year, but we do have a new wreath set that's gorgeous. I can't wait to play with that one. This one's from Jerry Roser. And she's also got a little, I think this is designer paper. Yeah. Oh, this is actually from the Bloom Where You're Planted designer paper. So we've got like a really just sort of light wood grain going on, and it's just the perfect backdrop for this wreath. Beautiful card, Jerry. Thank you so much for sharing it. Do you guys remember this stamp set? Oh my gosh, Loads of Love, I think is what the stamp set was called. And it had a little pickup truck, and then you could put different things inside of it. This one is from Nancy Shower. And let's see, she's got, yeah, Loads of Love. I was right, 2004. And then Fall Whimsy on the inside, Happy Harvest. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, I remember those pumpkins. Oh, it's so fun, like to go down memory lane with some of the cards that you guys sent. And then this Plaid Tidings was a very popular paper in the cards that you guys sent. Many of you use this pack. I think it was in last year's fall catalog. All right, moving right along. Look at this beauty. I love the metallics on this one. This is by Julie Coles. And, oh, she's got a list of supplies here for me. So the Quiet Meadow die, that's in the annual catalog. And then the sentiment is from Delicate Dahlias. Oh yeah, cut apart to make a longer one. And then this one is from Quiet Meadow. Sending Heartfelt Sympathy. Oh my gosh, this is such a great card. Really, we got tone on tone here with Crumb Cake and soft suede and then the boba. I just love the touch of metallic on this. Really, really beautiful. I've got some sympathy cards I need to make. I always hate making sympathy cards. This one is by Allison Monk, and she says, not Stampin' Up! Products, no problem, but check this out. What a fun fold. I know this is a die that cuts the scallops and the little circles. Stampin' Up! Used to have one that was kind of similar, but so much fun to do this card. And you can see it's kind of like it partially cuts the circle, so it's not like all the way around. And then you've got like the little fun folds. Colors of Fall. Oh, that's really beautiful. Thank you, Allison, for sharing that. Here's another one that's got some non-Stampin' Up! Products in it, but this one is so much fun too. This is by Pat Williams, and this one does kind of like, look at this! Oh my gosh! It like stands up, and then the front has some like plastic window sheet, so this whole thing sort of like pops out, and it just looks so cool. It's hard to share like the 3D effect that it has, but hopefully you can see that. So much fun. Thank you so much for sharing that, Pat. Next card, this one uses that Harvest Meadow from the annual catalog as well. This one is by Judy Howard, and beautiful blue designer or cardstock, not designer paper. Was that right? The Harvest. Yeah, the Meadow dies from the annual catalog. And then I love this, like the background, natural textures. Oh, that's a host set, I think. Just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. Beautiful card, Judy. Thank you so much for sharing that. Ooh, look at this one. Rose Reddy sent this one, and I really love the color combination here. Like some bright yellow with the pumpkin pie and the soft suede. This is a color I find that like it seems kind of bright for fall, but if you look around actually in fall, you see this color a lot in the leaves that are changing. So this is such a perfect color combination. I love the collage of stamps here. I remember I had this stamp set when it came out, and I don't remember what it's called, but that was such a fun autumn one. Really great with all the different elements to kind of collage there. Leaves are a good thing, an easy thing to make collage backgrounds with. Here's one from Charlotte Nydigger, and she's used some sticky die cuts. And then this is kind of a really fun background. It reminds me of like, like a paper bag. It's kind of, it's got a really great texture to it. And then it's just very fall-ish with the color and the texture. Autumn, long walks, sweaters, bonfires, cuddling. Those are all my favorite things about autumn. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, we had another one. The one that had this one. That's the same stamp set. So this is just done in black, or not black, but brown outline. And this one is colored in. And this one is by Holly Roeder. I'm not sure the name of this stamp. I do remember it was in last year's mini catalog though. And then we've got some fun plaid paper over the cork. Oh my gosh, this cork paper, I used it for some cards. I love it because it's so thin, really easy to layer and to stamp on as well. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not paying attention to your cards or your comments. So if I miss a question that you've asked, then just ask it again and I'll try to look over. And if I miss it while I'm live, I will definitely get back to you and answer when we're back. Look at that cute fox. He's from the Penguin Playmates. This card is by Crystal Wilson. So the fox is from Playful Playmates. Or Penguin Playmates is one of the celebration gifts. And then this is an older designer paper with the mushrooms. She says she combined one of her favorite old designer papers with a new designer paper, and they're a great matchup. I love that. Rest and relax. You deserve it. Great texture with the bark embossing folder on the background. Oh my gosh. How many of you have Lovely as a Tree? This stamp set was like the longest running stamp set in the catalog, and it just retired last year, the year before. Oh my gosh, I still have got mine somewhere, and it is classic. I love this stamp too. It's my favorite stamp in there. This one is by Rachel Chigninsky. Hopefully I said that right, Rachel. I'm sorry, I fumbled a little bit. This background is really beautiful too with the sponging. We've got sponging going on in the center and then also some around the edges, and that just makes for like such a beautiful like foggy sort of fall evening sunset. I love that. Yeah, I didn't think they would get rid of Lovely as a Tree either, but they did, and we have so many new tree stamp sets in its place. Okay, oh my gosh, every single one of these cards make me so happy. I love the colors, I love the leaves. This one is by Doreen Sanders, and she gave me some clues here. Oh, terracotta tile. I was gonna say Calypso Coral, but it is terracotta tile. They're very similar, but the terracotta is darker and a little bit richer. Terracotta tile is now a retired color. Artsy Blooms, Calypso Coral for the bling, yes. And the stamp set is Gather Together, and the dies as well. Sprig, the sprig punch right here. Really great, like, collection of die cuts. I love that. And then we've got some of that terracotta ribbon in the background, which has the nice, like, linen in the center of it. Such a beautiful card, Doreen. Thank you so much for sending that in. Here's one from Cindy Egan, and she has a nice frame going on the front. This cardstock is embossed with the wood grain embossing folder, and then she also has, this is Old Olive in the front, and then crushed curry and pumpkin pie with the stitched blooms on the inside. I love it. Some of you were saying I didn't want to do leaves for fall, and so I love the fall flowers in there too. This is also Gather Together, the stamp set and the coordinating dies. It's a retired one. We've got Pretty Peacock, Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Pear Pizzazz, more Shaded Spruce and Pumpkin Pie as well. Terracotta tile is the background color. Did I say who did this one? Lana Alesna. And I love this simple Z fold. This is just a fun way to like dress up a card. It's just to give it kind of like just a little unexpected fold. So the Z fold is really kind of an easy one. You're just going to do a regular card and then fold it back in half. So that is scored and folded at 2 1/8 inch. Awesome card. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, I recognize this one. Peg Herrick sent this in, and I'm trying to see if she I don't remember the name of the stamp set, but I do recall this one. This is a fun technique too. So if you're going to do stamping and then embossing, you want to stamp first and then emboss and add the sponging. So it comes together as a really fun background to have like so many dimensions and depths to it. And then we've got the foreground image with the colored pumpkin. Just so beautiful, Peg. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, Mercy, thank you for letting me know so I can move that. Is that helping? Hopefully that will help with the focus issues. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that. I've got my screen scroll down so I can see your comments. So I wasn't catching that. Okay, let me know if that's not better. And I'm not sure what else to do. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, moving on. Carrie's Acarius sent in this card. This is so beautiful with Coastal Cabana with Cajun Craze and Early Espresso and Crumb Cake. That's not necessarily like a color combination I would put together, but oh wow, it's so refreshing to have the bright blue in there with the darker colors, and then Cajun Craze really complements that Coastal Cabana very well. I love the ribbon treatment here with the linen thread and the Coastal Cabana ribbon. Really beautiful card. Thank you so much, Carrie, for sending that in. Next card, here's that plaid designer paper again. We've got a couple different stamp sets in here. This is the acorn, and then this one is from the last annual catalog. It had designer paper that matched, and oh, does it say in here? Nope, it doesn't. Tony Sneed sent this one in. And you guys don't need to know the names of all the stamp sets, right? You probably do. But really, I hope that these cards will inspire you, and maybe you will create a card that's similar, even if you don't have exactly the same stamp set, because you don't need the same stamp set to create the same card. Like if I was going to redo, or not redo, but if I was going to make this card at home, you know, I would do the same thing with the designer paper and have it split, and then create my own little collage of elements there with whatever leaves or flowers, you know, images that I had there, and then stamp the sentiment here. So you don't have to have exactly the same stamps to be inspired by and to create similar cards. Oh, good. Mercy says that's better. And Nancy, yes, I can't remember the name of it, but I do remember that stamp set. That was a few years ago. All right, next card is by Jo Williams, and she sent in 2 cards, and I can tell she used a very similar technique. This is using the Stampin' Blends on vellum and then blending it with alcohol, and I just love the way these backgrounds turned out. So I'm going to kind of show these cards together because they're both by Jo. Love the little die cuts in the gold foil and then the give thanks. This one is kind of fun because it's got that Z fold going this way, and I love this dragonfly punched from that background paper. That is such a beautiful technique. Jo, you did a great job. Oh, and we got designer paper on the inside. Giving thanks for you with a grateful heart. That's an awesome sentiment too. Jo, thank you for sending in both of those cards. They are so gorgeous. Someone is going to love that. Still blurry. Oh no, I don't know how to fix that. Forever Fern, Erica. That was the name of that, the stamp set. I couldn't think of this one. Okay, are you guys still having problems with it being blurry? Okay, Tracy and Nancy say they're okay, so I think, look at the donkey sweater. Oh my gosh! Melanie, thanks for pointing that out. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Hopefully it's not blurry anymore. This one is by Beth Bryce. First of all, check out this stamp on the back. Rubber stamps, $7,000. Supplies, $4,500. Handmade card from me, priceless. I love that. I won't tell you how much my stamped collection is worth. This is so fun. Okay, so Beth made this card using the Life is Beautiful stamp set. That's one from last year, along with the plaid paper. And check out the donkey. So she's got a sweater for the donkey. So this is how you're going to do this. It's called paper piecing. So you're going to stamp the donkey on white or vanilla and color it in as she has done. Then you're going to stamp it again on designer paper like the plaid. pad. Then you can fussy cut around the donkey and glue him down so that you still get those line images from the stamp, but you have it on the pattern paper. So that is such a fun technique, and this donkey looks like he is having so much fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one is by Amanda France, and she's got a beautiful sunflower image here. And this is kind of a fun die where we have a circle and then little half circles that it kind of pulls up a little bit. That's really, really pretty. Love that little note inside from Amanda. Thank you so much for sending that in. Okay, so it's blurry and not blurry in Minnesota. I'm guessing, since so many say that it's not blurry, perhaps it could be your own connection at home if you are having issues. And you may try like closing out your tab or your app and coming back in and restarting it. Sometimes that helps on Facebook, though I'm not as familiar with YouTube Live as much. So give that a try if you're having some issues with it being blurry. It might be the connection on your end. All right, this one is by Cindy Lesko, and she made one for me too. I was so excited to get an extra card. This is the jar of flowers. No, the sunflower set. There's also a jar of flowers that match this flowers for every season paper. Love the little partial die cut here with the embossed sunflower and the tone, the yellow and the bumblebee and just jade. Such a beautiful card. I love everything about it, Cindy. And thank you so much for sending me another one. Oh no! Oh, I don't know what to do, you guys, with it being so blurry. Okay. I'm going to keep going since so many of you are saying that you're not having problems. And if anybody has any suggestions of anything else I can try on my end to make it less blurry, please leave a comment and I will do what I can to accommodate. In the meantime, we still have like a good 80 cards. So I'm gonna keep plowing through. Thank you so much for letting me know. It seems to go in and out for different people. Oh, just lives in general. It could just be individual connections on your end. This one is by JB Lawrence, and Peaceful Place is the stamp set. This is a really pretty one. I bought this one and I never used it because I didn't like to color, but this is just beautiful, JB. I love how you've colored it here. And then we've got the little squirrel in the foreground, crushed curry, pumpkin pie, and a little bit of pool party or Coastal Cabana, maybe. Beautiful card. Thank you so much, JB, for sending that in. Oh my goodness, look at this one. This is by Christy Redding, and she's got all the brushed metallic pumpkins die cut and then the embossed die cut. I love everything about this card. Little Parisian embossing folder in the background on top of the brushed metallic. Can you see the texture on that brushed metallic paper? Like, it's so pretty. Maybe it's my cards moving in and out. I'm sorry. I'll try to keep them just down here. Oh, and then we've got the die cuts as well up front. Such a beautiful card, Christy. I've been thinking about these pumpkins, but I haven't gotten them yet. You might change my mind. Oh, this one is by Jerry Springer. Actually, both of these are. Check out these amazing embossing folders. These are not Stampin' Up, but this one looks like a close-up of a leaf. It's so pretty. I just love the details on that. Beautiful card, beautiful texture. It's amazing how a little texture in a background can really elevate the card. This one is by Jerry as well. Different embossing folder here with like more broad leaves. And then it looks like Blackberry Bliss, but oh, this ribbon was Fresh Fig, but the cardstock is definitely Blackberry Bliss. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry, for sending in those beautiful cards. They're so rich with color, and that reminds me so much of fall. Looks like a leather handbag. All right, next one is Margaret Burkett. Hopefully I said that right. This is really cool with the background. This is, what do you call that with the different spots? Oh my goodness. It's escaping me. with the different circles. You guys know, tell me what the name of that technique is. This is, we've got some stitched leaves going on here. This one's still in a catalog, and I get them all mixed up, so I don't remember the name of this stamp set. But it's really pretty, and I love it against the blue background. Yes, bokeh or bouquet, not bouquet. Is it bokeh? Am I saying that right? I feel like there's a couple different ways to say it. Maybe you can say it the other way as well. Anyway, yes, that's the name of the technique. So the different circles are made to look like sort of spots or lights, but it just looks really awesome to have the circles stamped many times to create that background. It's just beautiful. Horse chestnut leaf is what Melanie was saying on, must be this one, was the horse chestnut leaf. I definitely do not know my my plants and flowers especially very well. This one is by Maria Warren, and she's using the True Love designer paper. This one is retired, but I love it's a black and white paper, and she has customized it with color here. So we've got the pale papaya, and oh, maybe it's not the True Love. It might be from the host paper. Either way, black and white flowers colored in, just beautiful. Happy birthday. Oh, some of the cards I received were for September, and they just arrived late. So they were for the designer paper theme. So I'm going to swap all of those together. And I think that was one of them that came for the August swap, which was designer paper. I think I said September. This is September, and the theme is fall. Okay, this one is by Jade Chu, and she's got a little bit of this awesome thread as like a free little gift with her beautiful card, which she's used it up here as well. Love this wreath. This is the Painted Christmas stamp set. We've got some Blackberry Bliss ribbon from the paper pumpkin kit. Really fun card, and I love that little opening. I love this wreath, and the colors especially. Rich raspberry, a little bit of pear pizzazz in there, pumpkin pie, shaded spruce, a little bit of real red with the dots, and then tone on tone with the crumb cake. Such a beautiful card. Thank you so much, Jade, for sharing that. This is another one, Beth Bryce, I think that was meant for the designer paper theme in August. And this is the hand-penned designer paper. So beautiful. Misty Moonlight, Blushing Bride, and then a little bit of Simply Succulent, and the yellow looks like a bumblebee or daffodil. Here's another one. I think I tried to group some of them together for the designer paper. This one is by Cher Whitbeck, and I love the color blocking here going on with the designer paper. This is the Host Pattern Party designer paper. So all of the papers on this card are from the same package. There's a lot of different patterns in there, and I just love even the little scrap here. Like, you can create a similar card here by using all your little paper scraps that you've got left over from other cards. Such a great use of designer paper. Next up, this one is from Jake Myers. Look at that beautiful background. I'm trying to figure out, I think it's designer paper, but you absolutely could make a similar background like that with the blends and the alcohol technique. Follow Your Heart. Love the little teacup. Oh my gosh, such a great card, Jake. And embossing on the inside. Everything is better when you're around. Thank you for all you do. Awesome card, Jake. Thanks for sending that in. Next up, we have Casey Wick, and here's that embossing folder for the third or fourth time. This is another fun technique with ink directly onto the embossing folder. So here you're going to apply the ink. It looks like we've got several different colors here: rich raspberry, pumpkin pie, bumblebee, and then you're going to sponge or stamp to get that texture on the folder, and then run it through the Big Shot, and you get the trees embossed through, and they really look like they're just popping up. Such a beautiful card, and we got our cute little donkey on the inside. Thank you so much, Casey, for sending that in. All right, next card is by Jane Morgan, and she's using that Arrange a Wreath set, which retired last year, but I love how she's layered all three die cuts together. Cherry Cobbler, it looks like maybe Mango Melody, and then always artichoke, or mossy meadow rather. Always artichoke, that was an old one. A little brick embossing folder with some sponging to highlight the bricks. And then we've got some leaf punch outs here. Oh, such a great card. Thank you, Jane, for sharing that. Here's another one with a gathered together layered leaves, the plaid designer paper, pretty peacock, or no, island indigo, pretty peacock, pretty peacock. Yes, I think. Priscilla Krolikowski sent this one in. No, I thought maybe she had a list inside. It's okay. You absolutely do not need to include a list. I want to see your beautiful cards. It doesn't matter what you use. Beautiful card, Priscilla. I love the brushed copper die cuts there. So saffron, crushed curry, pumpkin pie, and pretty peacock. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, this one makes me smile. Here we've got the apple punch and stamp set, and I just love the bright colors. We've got all the colors of apples, right? Here's real red, granny apple green, and oh, that might be green galore. Ooh, that's a throwback. Green galore and yo-yo yellow or daffodil delight. I love it. This one is by Jean Hoffman. So leave a comment and tell me what color apples do you prefer? Do you like green apples or red apples or yellow apples? Because they definitely have different flavors. My favorite apple is a Honeycrisp. And I'm trying to remember now. I feel like it's kind of a combination. It's got both red and green in it. But like a granny apple, what isn't it, granny apple? Those are really tart, right? Very, very different flavor. And then like a golden delicious is a lot softer, I believe, right? Karen says she hates apples. No. Heather likes Pink Lady here in Australia. Yes. Pineapple Punch. Oh, that's the color of the cardstock. Do you think? I think Pineapple Punch was a little bit brighter. I thought you were saying Pineapple Punch was an apple. That would be an interesting apple. Okay. Oh my goodness. This card is from Sarah Lancaster, who is a 2018 Stampin' Up! Artisan Design Team member from France. Oh my goodness, guys, we got a card from France. Oh, Sarah, I was so excited that you participated in the Great Big Card Swap. Thank you so much for sending in your beautiful card. So how does this work if you are international? I'm here in the United States. I live in Central Illinois, but if you live anywhere in the world, you can still participate in the Great Big Card Swap. Instead of sending return postage in your card, you can use the PayPal button on my blog to pay for 3 return stamps. I'll keep your name on them so you can send in your cards, and I will put the return stamp so that it can get back to you. So it's $5 for 3 international stamps, $5 US for 3 international stamps. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the video description right here. It links to more information about the Great Big Card Swap, and that's where you're going to find the link to the PayPal button. So thank you, Sarah, for sending this in with the Painted Christmas stamp set. Your colors are gorgeous. Blackberry. Oh my gosh, I love this. What is this? Dark yellow. It almost looks like more mustard, right? Oh, it's so beautiful. And then the dark green as well. And the pink. I love bringing that pink in there. Such a beautiful card, Sarah. Oh, thank you so much for sharing and sending that in. Guys, we're almost done with the first box. Let me pull out. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I think I know which card this was on. I'm going to have to add that back on. It's so hard sometimes with so many cards to keep them from pulling off on each other. When I go through the cards to swap them, I will add those leaves back on to the missing card. Let me get these back in the box and off the desk here. We'll save those. Okay, next up, this card is from Joan Talent, and this is that same stamp set that was used for the apple cards, but now they're pumpkins. Isn't that clever? That was such a fun stamp set. We have Pretty Peacock with Cajun Craze and Pear Pizzazz. Beautiful color combination here. The Apple Builder Harvest Hello was the name of the stamp set. Thank you so much, Joan, for sharing that. And this paper is the same as the Gather Together paper. I think we shared some other cards there. Check out this one. This one's by Mary Fudge. And we have these dies. They're now retired, but these puzzle piece dies. And Mary has done the die cut it with different paper patterns from the In Good Taste paper collection, and then mixed and matched them to create this wood grain puzzle. So beautiful. And then we've got some of the wood die cuts here. And oh my gosh, I love that gold laser cut leaf. One puzzle piece inside. Mary, thank you so much for that beautiful card. Oh, this is coming out of here. What do we got here? This one is by, I don't have a post-it note on it. Marietta Holly. Marietta Holly sent this card. This beautiful hand-penned designer paper. Hope your birthday is as special as you are. And then this is hand cut from the designer paper. Oh my goodness. I love it. It looks like this one was for the August designer paper swap as well. So I'll make sure to do those together. Look at this. I think one of these is for me. Is that right, Cheryl? She's got directions. Look at this fun fold. This, she said, she saw this from Erin Reed. Erin Reed makes fun folds. Fun 4-fold card. So this one, she said she's using the Celebrate Sunflowers, Jar of Flowers, and Forever Fern stamp sets. Wink of Stella Crystal Effects to get that glassy jar look. That's a really cool card. And is that all one piece? Nope, I think it's 2 pieces. Maybe if you had 12 by 12, you could get that all in one piece. But I love the way that layers, so you can kind of get a little glimpse of all the layers on the front. Oh my goodness, such a great card. Cheryl, thank you so much for sharing that with us. So beautiful. And do I remember right that one of them is for me? Yes, I think so, because she put my name on one. Oh, I love it when you guys send me an extra card. Thank you so much. I gotta make sure I set, okay, that one's for me aside. Okay, oh, look at this one. This slimline card is from Mercy Designs. I'm trying to remember how to say your last name without messing it up. I have another card from you, Mercy, and I wrote it down, so hopefully I'll get it right. This one's by Mercy Designs, this slimline card using both the Beauty of Tomorrow and the Harvest Meadow, Nature's Harvest stamp sets, both of them together. I love this fresh freesia with the Blackberry Bliss and Soft Succulent. What a great color combination. Can you tell in the background here that Mercy has done some masking? So she first stamped the flowers, and then she stamped them again to create a mask, like on a post-it that's sticky, and then cover them up and then stamp again so that the words appear in the background and not over the stamped image. That effect is so beautiful. What a great card. Sending healing thoughts. May nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. Oh my gosh, this card definitely makes me smile. Mercy, thank you so much for sharing that. And she says she's got a YouTube tutorial on her channel for that. And so these slimline cards are going to go in like a business envelope like this one. So thank you for sending an envelope to accommodate this card. Normally I say don't send envelopes because I usually provide them, but if you have a weird size card, I would definitely recommend, I would definitely welcome an envelope to go with your different size card. Okay, we're breaking into box number 2. Okay, this, I've got a whole stack here. I tried to group them together. All of these cards use the Beauty of the Earth designer paper. This designer paper is in the annual catalog, but it is so perfect for fall cards. So let's just bust right in. We've got several, you know what, we'll go in a random order. Several of you used the squirrel stamp sets, which is Nuts About Squirrels or Nuts About You. This one is by Kathy Smith, and she has got the different papers in there from Beauty of the Earth, and then that cute squirrel who's growing on me, but I'm not so sure about that squirrel. Gina McCarty made this one with the die cuts from the Gorgeous Leaves bundle, and You're Such a Blessing comes from I don't remember the name of the stamp set. It was on the tip of my tongue and it just rolled right off. Love the little designer paper on the inside too. Gina, awesome card. Great layout too. I love that with the circle and strip across the bottom. This one, happy hello to you. Oh, it's just kind of stuck in the inside. Let's see. Oh, I think that's where the stamp was. This one is by Becky Rosignol. And I'm just going to try to remove that glued out. That's where the postage stamp was, but I took it out. Beautiful card using that designer paper. Here's another one with that same piece. This paper is just so beautiful and perfect for fall. Love the little die cut leaves from the Gorgeous Leaves bundle, and then the bumblebee gingham ribbon. So pretty. Thank you, Becky, for sending that in. This one is by Barb Apke, and she's using the double oval punch for her sentiment here. Hello, friend. And then we've got the die cut leaf on the inside. Oh, this paper is gorgeous. Do you guys have this designer paper, Beauty of the Earth? This one is by Janet Casto, and she said she found this on Simply Simple Stamping. I think this is Connie Stewart. So this designer paper is 5 1/4 inches by 12 inches, and then just scored at different places so that you have this sort of layered look, and then it folds back on itself. So really fun. Really easy to show off your designer paper on both sides like that. I love that. You truly inspire me. And then we've got the tree, a little bit of Winka Stella in there too. Janet, thank you for sharing that awesome card. I like that fold a lot. Miriam says she's watching from YouTube and it looks clear. I'm so happy to hear that. I hope that if you were having issues, that your issues have cleared up with the video quality. All right, this one is by Anne Schillinger. Yes, I think I got that right. Beauty of the Earth designer paper. This paper, so many of you used it because it is just so beautiful as a background. And here we've got the medium daisy punch, and then on a scallop circle with hello. Such a great card. I just love fall. And what do we have? Fall starts in just a couple days, right? No, a week. Is it 1 week? No. I think it starts on the 21st. Is that right? So that is, yeah, 1 week from today. Okay, next card is from Kay Johnson. She says, this is her second swap ever. Quite exciting, and she hopes you enjoy the card. She said she got this card idea from Connie Stewart as well. So this is one of those, what do we call them? A folding stand-up card? Stand-up tower card. I think it's been called a couple things, but it folds so that it fits in a regular envelope, but these little panels come out. I've made one with similar dimensions, maybe a little narrower. I love the Bedazzling designer paper, and then I love that you can write your message on the back, and she's included a little bit of designer paper to decorate the backside as well. Awesome card, Kay. Thanks for sharing that. All right, here's another one. This one is from Marilyn Kane, and she's using those stitched leaves with some linen thread there. It looks like mossy meadow. And do you see? It's really subtle, but we've got both texture embossing. So she sent the designer paper through the embossing folder, the bark embossing folder, and then also using the border dies to create kind of a fun stitched border effect on one side. Love of Leaves is the stamp set and die. Beauty of the Earth designer paper. I think I got it all right. Green. Yep, green twine and border dies. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. The stitched leaf dies that she used also has this border stitching that is really fun to add to your card. So if you're looking for that, it's in the same die set as these stitched leaves. Next up, we've got another card from Judy Howard, and she is using, this is the one that's the, oh my goodness gracious. What is the, it's this one. That just completely, my mind just went completely blank, and I've got to look it up. Expressions in Ink Suite, 96. The Artistically Inked Bundle. which includes the dies that are called right here, artistic dies. That was so easy and I couldn't remember it. Really beautiful card by Judy. Beauty of the Earth designer paper. And then it's so pretty because she's done like this inlaid die cut. So die cutting the leaf from white and then die cutting it from green, or coloring the die cut. I can't tell what she did. She might have colored that. So die cut it and then take it out and color it and then put it back in so that like it's totally flat, but it looks really beautiful. And then behind there is either like some tape or some contact paper, something shiny that really just adds to this card and makes it so beautiful. Love the little deckled edge down here. Oh, look at this. I didn't even have to look it up because she had it. 3M packing tape behind the leaf die, a little powder on the finger to dull the sticky. I think that just really adds to the card, makes it so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Judy. I know all these cards are so amazing, and you guys, you guys really outdo yourself every single time, and I want to keep them all always for myself, but they're not for me, they're for you guys. Mary Fudge sent in this card. I love the little bit on the inside, using the Beauty of the Earth designer paper. And then we've got like a tropical leaf embossing folder in the background, which Mary has then inked with brown. So it kind of makes that design pop out a little bit. Circle punch of the Beauty of the Earth in the middle. Such a beautiful, beautiful card. Here's another one with those squirrels. Nuts About You. This card is from Kathy Cornea, and she's got Cajun Craze for the base, Old Olive, and then we've got Cinnamon Cider and Gray Granite for the squirrels. Great color combination there. And then the Cinnamon Cider faceted gems. Such a great card. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes or no on the squirrels? Not that card. I just mean the squirrels in general, the stamp set. This card is from Tony Shaw, and she's got Beauty of the Earth designer paper here. Oh, this is a fun one. So we've got the hammered copper paper, and then this kind of opens up and creates a complete scene. So it's sort of like a little Z, and then that paper goes all the way to the edge, but then opens up to finish this scene. That's kind of a fun fold. I like that, Tony. Thanks so much for sharing that. Then the Gathered Together stamp set in the beautiful autumn with the punches. I think those punches are in the clearance rack right now, but the stamp set that goes with it is not, so that's unfortunate. Shirley Monkman sent in this card. This is, I don't remember the name of the stamp set. I had it for a little while. Such a beautiful one. It had like a pitcher and like a vase or something, some other thing, and then like some mix and match kind of things. Oh, what did you guys say this card was called? We had a couple last time that were like this. So the card front is cut into like two side panels and then the main panel in the middle, and then it's bridged together. So you have sort of like this double opening going on here. There's that picture I was talking about, the Simply Thankful for All the Good Things. That was such a great stamp set. Beautiful card, Shirley. Thank you so much for sending that in. A spanner card, Erica says. This one's called spanner card. That would make sense because it spans over the other. So can you see how that opens? Like, I feel like sometimes it doesn't make sense on video when you see it quick, but the this was all one piece, and they cut it here and here, and those are bridged together with the span piece, and then this is the other piece that would complete that card front. Okay, moving on. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Jenny Oliver, such a great layout with 3 strips of designer paper that are 1 inch by 4 inches. Then we've got the die cut leaves that are beautifully colored. We've got some different colors going on there. Mary Merlot is the card base, really beautiful color. Jenny says she's a hobby demonstrator from Kansas City, Missouri. Pretty new to stamping and card making, and only has been doing Stampin' Up! Since March. Oh my goodness. There's a great starter kit special. If you've been thinking about being a demonstrator, you can sign up and get a free bundle until the end of September. It's such an amazing deal. So leave a comment. Are you guys a demonstrator? Are you thinking about being a demonstrator? Or are you just a happy shopper, happy stamper? Next card is from Carrie Koss. We've got more Beauty of the Earth with those pretty pumpkins from the new mini catalog. Oh, and she's got the measurements on here too for this fun fold. So we've got like, this is one full length card piece, the front. Then this is a quarter sheet card. And then this front piece folds up into like a gate fold. So can you see how that is? Like, I'll have to make this one. I like that. I like that fun layout. So I'll copy this fun fold on Thursday night. So tune in if you would like to see that, and I will share the measurements on Thursday. I'm going to set that aside so I remember to make my own version. Next card is from J.B. Lawrence, and she's got the cute frog. I love how she put a little witch hat on that. This frog is from the Host stamp set. I think she even wrote that in there. The Prince and Princess Host stamp set. Then the hat is from Best of Halloween. Oh, that's an old one. The Best of Halloween. And then Beauty of the Earth designer paper and the live toad stamp. It says, eat a live toad first thing Monday morning and nothing worse will happen to you all week. Oh my goodness. That is such a great saying. And so true. Okay, so she says unknown where that stamp came from. But I would say if you have a fun saying like that you would like to put on a card, then type it up on the computer and print it out and create a banner or cut it out or punch it or die cut it and put it on your card. So if you're interested in having that stamp at home, you can create your own little word art and print it. Eat a live toad first thing Monday morning and nothing worse will happen to you all week. That's fun. Thank you so much, Jay, for sending that card in. All right, next up is more squirrels. Eileen Curry sent this one in. Eileen, I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong last time. I feel like I might have. I love these cute little squirrels. And I really like this fun fold. This is one I've been meaning to try, the bookbinding folds, where you have like 1 inch from the fold, you score again. And so this is glued down together. And then you have just like the front part that opens. And I've seen some people, they don't glue this whole bit down, just on the sides. So this actually would create like a pocket and you can put a gift card in there, if that makes sense. Eileen, thank you so much for sending this beautiful card. Even though I don't like the squirrels, I do very much like your card. All right, next up we've got one from Eva White, and she has combined Pale Papaya with Misty Moonlight for this beautiful card. These little die cuts are from we've got a new, I just got it out, the Expressions one. I think this is actually from the Golden Garden, maybe one, but we have a new Expressions in Ink ephemera pack that has some similar gold laser cut pieces. So you can make a card similar to this with those pieces. Really just beautiful. I love that. Love that paper. It ties everything together. Oh, and we got something on the inside too. Thoughtful, kind, and generous. That's you. Oh, that is a beautiful card, Eva. Thank you so much for sharing that one. This one is by Judy K. Meek. Hopefully I said that right, Judy. And she's got, I feel like I recognize a lot of the pieces here. So we've got the tree. It sort of looks like that Beauty of the Earth, the one in there, but then these pieces of the tree, I think, are from a different die set, and I love this little tire and then the die cut leaves. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful card, a beautiful scene, and it continues on the inside. I almost like the inside even more than the outside. I love these hand cut hills with the designer paper. Like, it just looks so pretty with the colors, and then just a couple leaves and a bird of the tree. Wishing you a harvest of happiness. Oh, that is such a beautiful card. Thank you so much, Judy, for sharing that. Oh, Charlotte is saying that the paper in the background of her card was actually cushioning in a package. She had a whole stack of it and she kept it for years until she used it. Let me pull her card back out. You know, I totally thought it looked like, paper from a packaging. Yeah, I got your card right, Char. I really love that. And I absolutely love that you reused it. Tell me, I know you guys at home have hordes of stuff like this. Have you kept something for years and years and years because you thought you might use it on a project? Charlotte, congratulations for using that paper on a project and getting it out and being inspired by that. I just love that. Okay, this one is also by Judy K. Meek, and she's got that Beauty of the Earth designer paper back there, and then the Cozy Autumn Days card. Oh my gosh, what is your favorite warm drink in the fall? Now, are you team apple cider or are you team pumpkin spice latte? Leave a comment and let me know. I am definitely team apple cider. Good friends, good coffee, good life. Oh, I love that on the inside too, Judy. Another great card from you. So many people have asked, can you send more than one card? Yes, absolutely. You can send as many cards as you would like. I find that it's easier, aka less postage for you if you send them individually. Sometimes when you send multiple cards together, it turns into a package, and those prices in the USPS start at like $4 for a package. So sometimes you can get burned if you try to send too many cards together. So I highly recommend sending your cards individually. I think it's going to be cheaper that way, but you can send as many as you'd like. I do ask that you send different designs so that there's something different to look at in the video. I'm just going to take a quick commercial break. We're not done. We've got more cards to share, but if you would like to participate in the next Great Big Card Swap, the theme for September still is autumn and fall. So send in all your favorite fall and autumn cards. Doesn't matter if you made it last year or 3 years ago or whatever, as long as it's fall or autumn, send it in. Doesn't matter if it's Stampin' Up or not. We want to see what you're creating. You can send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois, 61826. This is how it works. You send me a card, I share them all in the video, and I send one back to you. Make sure to include a return postage stamp. A loose one like this is good inside your card so that I can send the card back to you. And all the postage stamps and the envelopes all get mixed up and done by me. So you may not get a card back with the same stamp that you sent me, but it all goes in the box and I use them on all the cards. So it's kind of fun to see all the different stamps that come in. All right, we're going to keep going because we got some more beautiful cards to share. This next one is by Joanne Prosser, and she sent an extra for me. Thank you so much, Joanne. The Gorgeous Leaves stamp set here is what she's used. She's got 3 and die cut them in cherry cobbler and then crushed curry and garden green. So beautiful. Crumb cake background, early espresso, and then this background is from the Natural Textures, I think is the name of the stamp set. It's a host stamp set that you can choose for free with host rewards when you order $150 or more. I'm seeing some questions. Let me finish showing this card and I will get to your questions. Love the stamped images on the inside. So Joanne, thank you so much, not only for sending this in and sharing it, but also for sending me one too. Okay, Lynn, it's okay that you forgot your postage stamp. You can go ahead and include an extra one. I'm going to tell you, I don't keep track. So if you forgot a stamp, just send it in next time when you send a card. No problems at all. Oh, I don't want to mess up your name. Inika? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Where can you get US stamps? There is a PayPal button on my blog post. The link is in the video description of this video. And it's a PayPal button. You can pay $5 US dollars, and that covers 3 return postage stamps. So you can send me your card and use the PayPal button to purchase your stamps. I would love so much for you to share your cards and take part in the Great Big Card Swap. So all international demonstrators, if you live outside of the United States, use that PayPal button to purchase your return postage stamps. Okay. I'm looking at your comments about apple cider, just plain black coffee, and Lynn says whatever's on tap. Okay, our next card is by Becky /Nagel. I always think I screw that up, Becky. I'm not even going to try again. This card is so beautiful. I think this is more mustard. I love that color cardstock. It used to be my favorite, but it's not a current color anymore. We've got 3 different colors on these leaves. And Becky, if you're watching, you'll have to leave a comment. Did you just do this with markers or an ink pad, or did you do like a baby wipe technique? There's a couple different ways that you can add different colors to your same stamp image. And regardless of how you do it, it's such a beautiful effect to have that, because this is how leaves really are, right? In real life, we get different colors, and it's not like all one solid color. Sometimes you get shades of green and yellow and red, and sometimes all 3 on the same leaf. I've totally seen that. So beautiful. I love the background, and then the focal point, just gorgeous. Yes. Oh my gosh, Lynn, I'm so excited. I'm so happy that you are inspired. I feel the same way looking at all these cards. They truly are so beautiful and inspiring. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. This is by Deirdre Riley, and I love this background that she's created. There's just so many layers and depths to this. We've got the leaves in yellow and red, and then also embossed in white. And then there are these dots in crumb cake, this script stamp, which is really faint. And then the leaves, I think the green leaves and the script, I think, are from the Very Versailles stamp set. And then it looks like maybe the gorgeous leaves. But again, you can create these cards with whatever stamps you have at home. Like, we've seen so many different leaf stamps, many of which are from Stampin' Up! Over the years. And you can create many of these same cards with, you know, whatever you have or whatever is current if you're buying something. So you don't need to have exactly the same stamp sets to recreate the look of many of these cards. I love the dyed ribbon here. You can do that either with like a Stampin' Blend, or you can do that with a little bit of re-inker. So the polka dot ribbon is the one I'm talking about that's been colored, but then the ribbon in the background is Evening Evergreen. Such a beautiful card. Oh, look at that. Yes, I was right. Very Versailles, gorgeous leaves. I guessed correctly. Hooray! That is so gorgeous. I love that so much. Okay. Next card. Ooh, this is another one from Deirdre Riley, and she's used purple. Like, purple is such a pretty color that I don't think of for fall, but it really is so gorgeous for fall. We've got a watercolor wash going on here in the background, and that's just the perfect backdrop. Gorgeous Grape is this color, which is usually quite bright, but she's paired it here with Fresh Freesia and then Blackberry Bliss. And I think the Blackberry Bliss like tones down the Gorgeous Grape and makes it not less bright. It's so beautiful. Celebrate the wonder of this day. Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Blackberry Bliss. Yes, beautiful, beautiful card. Oh my gosh. I think the next couple here, we've got more with gorgeous leaves. This is a stamp set that's in the July through December mini catalog. So if you're looking for a beautiful leaf set, I highly recommend the Gorgeous Leaves bundle. That's in the July through December mini catalog that's going on right now with Stampin' Up! And you can get that in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. This card is from Julie Coles. And oh, I love how she's got the leaves on the inside there. Happy Thanksgiving. This is one, I think it's hard to find a Happy Thanksgiving stamp. This one actually came from the Banner Year stamp set. And then she said Welcoming Woods stamp set on the front. Oh, this one is from the Welcoming Woods. That's the one with the trees. Oh, I gotta use that stamp set. I haven't used it yet. And then can you see the very subtle colors in the leaves? So you can do this subtle color by inking up your stamp and then taking a marker and adding like some flecks of color before stamping. So I'm not sure if that's how Julie did her card, but that is one way that you can add some subtle touches of other colors. Beautiful card, Julie. Thank you so much for sharing that. Here's another one with the gorgeous leaves. This one is just really nice, bright, bold colors. And I think this stamp lends itself so well to those just bright pop of color. This one is by Joanne Ha, and I love that she stamped some leaves on the inside as well. And then we've got the green ones. Cajun Craze, Bumblebee or Crushed Curry, Pumpkin Pie, Early Espresso for the card base, and then Mossy Meadow for those little leaves. I'm gonna take a quick sip because my throat is getting dry. Let's keep going. We've got more beautiful cards to share. The next few use the Nature's Harvest stamp set and bundle from the July through December mini catalog, as well as some of the Harvest Meadow designer paper. This card is by Sharon Rowland, and this is a Z-fold card, and then it's got a front on it. So can you see the brown part is the Z-fold, but then the yellow or the bumblebee kind of comes out to look like a full card front, but it does stick out from the Z-fold card. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Painted texture background here. And then the die cut is from the cork paper. Oh my gosh, I love that cork paper. Such a beautiful card, Sharon. Thank you so much. Here's that cork paper again. This one is by Becky Rosignol. Hopefully I said it right. Becky, Nature's or Harvest Meadow designer paper. Can you see the shimmer on this gold vellum? It has been embossed with the time-worn type 3D embossing folder. And then we've got the die cuts here. Cajun Craze, Bumblebee, and then gold embossing for the sentiment thinking of you. Love the layered labels on there. And then more on the inside. Becky, this card is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, all these cards are so beautiful. No matter what cards you get back, you guys are going to be so excited to get some happy mail. Okay, this is really fun. This one is from Nancy Delvo. I'm so excited, Nancy, because my daughters are taking French, and so I've been brushing up on my French, and I knew exactly how to say your last name. Okay, I'm going to turn this over because she's got the fun fold measurements here. So in case you want to take a screenshot or jot these down while I open up the cards, we've got the belly band here. And then I love that it just sort of like folds on top. So it folds, kind of unfolds to be a whole card. Okay, so the card base is 5.5 by 11 inches, and then scored at 1 3/4, 5.5, and 9 3/4. And then you've got the different designer paper measurements here. As well to fit the panels. So Harvest Meadow, and then the cork paper, and then that belly band holds it all together and holds it closed. Oh my gosh, that is a fun one. I'm going to keep this tucked back here, so if you get this card, you'll have all the measurements to be able to recreate that one at home. Thank you for sending that in, Nancy. All right, next card is from Norma Gallardo, and she's also used the Harvest Meadow designer paper with those pretty pumpkins, which I am so tempted to add to my next order. So thankful for you. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. Oh, love that. This is such a great one. She says she made this card at a Stampin' Up! Workshop that she attends monthly now that COVID restrictions have lifted in California. I'm so glad you're able to gather again in person. I know it is so much fun when you can stamp with other people. So I hope that you have the opportunity wherever you are to stamp with others, whether they're friends or family or other Stampin' Up! Friends. I'm just looking at your comments. Mary says, I'm normally not attracted to fall images and colors, but I'm smitten with the gorgeous leaf stamp set. Yes. Oh my God, it is so beautiful. Lynn says, I often use the baby wipe technique for autumn leaves. It gives such a nice effect. It really does. If you're not familiar with the baby wipe technique, you're going to take a baby wipe. Though I suppose you could use like maybe a really, really light wet paper towel, and then you're going to add some re-inker to create different colors, and then use that as an ink pad. So you stamp and you get more than one color on your ink, and they sort of blend together. Really, really beautiful. If you haven't seen a video with that technique, leave a comment and I will share a link to one of mine. Oh my goodness, look at this card. This one is from Nancy Lestrange, and she's also using that Nature's Harvest stamp set. These colors are really soft and pretty for fall. I love this. Soft succulent for the background, so saffron, a little bit of that designer paper, which is crumb cake or Sahara sand, and then another piece of that designer paper for these tags. Can you tell that the gold mark over the stitching really highlights that stitching? And then the die cut coneflower, wishing you all things fabulous. Oh my goodness. She says, I saw this by Stamper Delight Rose Ward and had to give it a go. It is just gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing that card with us, Nancy. Guys, we still have so many more cards. I want to get out the next couple stacks. Okay, this is what we have left. So if you're trying to plan, if you want to stick around, the answer is yes. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's move them out of focus. I did I did try to group a little bit, and I don't remember the name of this designer paper, but it is gorgeous. It was from last year or the year before, and I love the copper and the gold foil. Just so beautiful. I'm pretty sure it was last year, wasn't it? This one is from Brenda Vason. So Brenda, yes, your card did arrive. This is one of the double wonder card templates where you fold the front back a little bit. Then you've got 1 inch by 5¼ inch panels of designer paper. And then I think this is the Forever Fern on top. And then the Stitch So Sweetly. Oh my gosh, I love it. These colors are really pretty together too. Early Espresso, Cajun Craze, and Mint Macaron. Next card using the same designer paper with the tailored tag punch tiled on top of gold foil. Really beautiful. Evelyn Boswell sent in this one, and I love it. That paper really was my favorite. All right, next one is from Mesa Sama, and she sent one for me as well. I'm always so tickled. Mesa, thank you so much for sending an extra card for me. She's got a little link in here, I think, on her her inspiration. I'm trying to remember now. Maybe that was just supposed to cover the... That might have actually just been for the to protect the cards. I'll have to have a good look at that before I'll have a good look at it to make sure it doesn't belong with that card. All right, next one is by Michelle Wolf. This one is so gorgeous too. This is the Tasteful Textile embossing folder in good taste designer paper. Arrange your wreath, retired wreath dies, and then I love these little bits of the designer paper. And then the beautiful autumn is this is the one that coordinates with the punch pack that is in the clearance rack right now. Love these bright colors though. Mint Macaron, crushed curry, and Cajun Craze. Beautiful. Or terracotta tile maybe. Beautiful card. Michelle, thank you so much. Was there an inside? Nope. She said she cased this layout from a card she saw online and there was no watermark. I hate that. And then you can't give credit. Yes, the Gilded Autumn designer paper. Thank you so much, Brenda and Lynn, for telling me that. Autumn Splendor, I think, might have been a different paper. Miriam says, I enjoyed looking at all the beautiful and unusual cards. She's going to try to make a few. Yay! I don't use too many Stampin' Up! Stamps, but I do have some of the inks. I want to reiterate again that it's okay if you don't use Stampin' Up! Products. I would love for you to share your cards. And there are other people who send cards with non-Stampin' Up! Products. And so I just swap those together. So you're going to get beautiful cards no matter what you send. So please don't hesitate at all. I would love for you to share your cards no matter what supplies you use, whether they're retired, whether they're Stampin' Up! Or not. Send your beautiful cards and share them with us. Okay, next card is from Kathy Cornea, and she's used that beautiful paper again, the Gilded Autumn. And Banner Year is the stamp set that has the Happy Fall, y'all, with the squirrel and the pumpkin as well. Gilded Autumn, see, she's got it right there. Yes. Oh my gosh, such a beautiful card. Oh, you guys, check out this one. This is Tracy Reed's card, and she sent an extra for me. Tracy, thank you so much for sending one. This is the Pinwheel Tower card that has been like all the craze lately. I've got to give this one a try because I've not yet made myself a Pinwheel Tower card. Maybe I will add that to my list for Thursday night. I love how you have 4 different panels to show off designer paper or layers of elements. And so these are just gorgeous with all the different designer paper, several different stamp sets in here. Forever Fern, and the bird, and all the different tags and ducats. So beautiful, Tracy. Thank you so much for sending one for me. And I know you guys are going to be so excited to get it as well. My heart is grateful for you, Terry Reitemeyer. Hopefully I said that right, Terry. Thank you so much for sending this card. My heart is grateful for you, Terry. I love that you guys are enjoying these swaps and meeting new people. I love to read your little notes when you send cards about how you've connected with new people and found new pen pals, and or just enjoyed seeing everybody's creations and getting some happy mail, because that's really what the Great Big Card Swap is all about, is just sort of together sharing our creativity and getting it back in the mail, right? Like this circle of creativity. It's not one-sided. You get something back in the mail. All right, this one is from Linda Vanderspool, and she sent one for me too. Thank you so much, Linda, for that. Whoever receives this card, I hope you enjoy it. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Brushed metallic designer paper with a Gather Together bundle. And this is a Z-fold card. So again, a really easy way to add some fun to your card projects is just to add like a little fun fold like that. Beautiful, beautiful card, Linda. Thank you so much. We had two using the Blackberry Beauty designer paper. And so this first one is from Mercy. This is the one I wrote your last name on. Mercy Ermikoff. And we shared this recently. If you haven't seen the Never Ending card, then be sure to leave a comment and I will include, or I will show you the video link for this one. But I did a Halloween one in a recent video, Thursday Night Stamp Therapy, and then Claire made a Christmas one. Actually, I have them both right here. Let me show you Mercy's. I might have to sing because I can't not sing, because this is the card that never ends. Oh, it goes on and on, my friend. So you could write on this little white panel. And so it just keeps on going. You can fold it and then fold it some more. Oh, this uses that Blackberry Beauty suite. And some of the words are from different stamp sets. Like Hope This Card Makes You Smile is from the In Your Words stamp set from Celebration. Let me show you really quickly these other Never Ending cards. This is the one I did the tutorial. So if you want to follow the tutorial, I've got all the measurements for the designer paper. And I had made this years ago, but was inspired by the Great Big Card Swap. I think it was Priscilla Krolikowski who sent a Never Ending card, which inspired these Never Ending cards. And then this is one we made, Claire and I, my daughter, with the Sweet Stockings designer paper. I love the way that turned out with those. All of these were fussy cut from the designer paper. So stinking cute. Okay, back to Blackberry Beauty. Our next card is by Myrtle Thorne, and she's used some of the Blackberry Beauty designer paper as well as the ephemera pack with a die cut. These are currently on back order, both of them, but they're supposed to be in the next like week. So if you've been waiting for them, go ahead and order, and they're going to ship as soon as they come back in stock, which should be really soon. These colors are just so beautiful for the fall. Blackberry Bliss, Cinnamon Cider, Early Espresso are the main colors in these paper, and then the gold foil, of course. So beautiful. All right. We've got more cards. Let's keep chugging along. This next card is from Pat Stewart, and Pat sent an extra one for me. Pat, thank you so much for sending me a card. This is the Enjoy the Moment stamp set. Painted texture background here. I love these colors. Crushed curry or bumblebee. I think it's bumblebee. They're so close. It's hard to tell sometimes. Mint macaron, and then the gold shimmer ribbon with the gold enamel dots. So pretty. Friendship is found in simple things. That's so true, isn't it? Thank you for sending that beautiful card. Pat, I did get all three of your cards, and we'll make sure that you get three cards back in the mail. Karen Key sent this card. Oh, let's see what's under the Post-it notes. Oh, I love the layering of that stamp with the word Season of Thanks. This is the Gather Together stamp set, and then the Plaid Tidings designer paper. The world needs more people like you. Oh, that's such a good sentiment too. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love it. Cajun Craze, Pretty Peacock, and Crushed Curry for the colors there. Next card is from Fran Trice. She says this is her first swap, and I don't recognize this designer paper. It almost looks like it's hand-drawn. And maybe that's just the look of the designer paper, or maybe Fran actually drew it. I'm not sure, but it just looks so beautiful. I love that tree in the background. Thinking of you this season. So beautiful. She's got a little note in here. Hope you enjoy the card. She says she was 90 years old on July 31st. She celebrated her birthday. So happy belated birthday, Fran. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful card with us. Now, notes inside are completely optional. You can say hello, you can include a supply list, or you can write a little note and tell your swap friend who you are and where you live, anything you would like to about yourself. If you're interested in exchanging emails or being pen pals or exchanging cards, then I would encourage you to include an email address or however you would like to be connected with, but don't feel obligated to it all. So if you don't want to leave a note inside, that is completely up to you. It's optional. I do ask that if you include a note, though, that you put it on a loose piece of paper or a Post-it note, so that whoever receives your card can still send it on to somebody else. So make sure you do include that in a non-permanent way so that we can send the cards on and just keep that happy circle going. This one is from Margie Vaselski, and she's doing an eclipse technique with the Textures and Frames Celebration stamp set. This is a stamp set I found challenging in the celebration brochure. We've got different shapes. We've got like the brush strokes and the lines, and then the circles and the rectangles and the splatters, and then there's also a solid circle as well. I love the collage that you've created here, and it's kind of hard to see. Can you see very subtle the die cut letters FALL for fall? Then they are die cut and put on dimensionals to create that sort of eclipse technique. And then we've got the layered scalloped contour dies on the inside. Beautiful card, Margie. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, here's a fun one. This is by Jill Steele, and she sent an extra for me as well. Thank you so much, Jill. She said, Halloween counts as fall, right? I think so. I love the cute little boo and the spider. He's actually a cute spider. I'm not a spider fan, but this one's adorable. I love this designer paper, kind of folded back so you can see both sides. It's a sort of a fun technique and adds some great dimension to the card. Trick or treat on the inside. Jill, what a great card. Thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, this one is fun. This is from Nancy Ross. I recognize this stamp set. It's a few years old, but it is really fun. And this is Bravo Burgundy, maybe? It is definitely an older, no, not Bravo Burgundy. It is a burgundy cardstock. I'm trying to remember the name. Oh, Miriam, I will share the link to the Never Ending card in just a second. I'll put it in the comments there for you. Nancy Ross. And do you see how she's got like the little, this was called the slit punch, and it created, like, it punches just a half circle, and it's perfect for like holding down the card. Really fun little touch with the ribbon there. Nancy, great card. Love this. I don't remember what it was called. This is older too. We had this sort of like canvas tape kind of a thing that had that great texture on it, and it's so perfect for fall. All right, let me copy this link for you really quick of the Never Ending card, and I'll put that right here in the video chat for you. And this, the link I'm putting in here, this has the pictures and the video and the measurements, like everything is right there on that blog post. So you can check that out. And well, I'll try to add it to the video description as well. It's also, if you go to juliedavison.com, that's where my blog is, and you can look for Never Ending card. It was a recent post. Anyway, the link is there in the live chat, so you can check that out. Okay, this card is from Erica Burgess, and she has combined the fences from the sheep dies with the pumpkins. I think she even said, what is the name? Nuts About Squirrels. Oh, is the branch, this one. And then the fence is the sheep dies. Sentiments is Sharing Sunshine. And then, yep, Pretty Pumpkins is the name of that stamp set. How gorgeous is this background? Oh my goodness. With the blending brush, I'm assuming, we've got blue and the purple and the yellow and the green. Like, this is just so beautiful, like sunset dusk kind of a thing. Oh my gosh, I love it. Such a beautiful job on the background there. And then I love the scene with the pumpkins, which are beautifully colored as well. Erica, thank you so much for that beautiful card. This next one is by Cher Whitbeck, and she's got a great like bark embossing folder background. I think embossing folders add just such a great texture to your card. And did you know we have mini embossing folders that will go in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So if you're interested in die cutting and using embossing folders but don't want to get the big machine, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is a great way to get some smaller embossing folders and, add some texture and dies to your stamp collection. This is so fun with all the different color pumpkins and the polka dot ribbon. I love the scene you've created here. Happy Halloween. That is such a good one. Thank you so much, Cher, for sending this card and sharing your art with us. Oh, do you guys remember this stamp set? We had a punch that went with this, and it was, I'm trying to remember what the name of the stamp set was, because it had several different, there was a fall one and then there was a Christmas one. And so the Christmas one, like it would make an Eskimo and a Santa and a gingerbread man. And then the fall set had the scarecrow and the skeleton, and there was like several different shapes that it was so much fun. It was a few years back. This is a really cool card too, because it is the same width, the total card, as a regular card to fit in an envelope, but it has this piece that comes out, and then the card itself is a little skinnier. So a little half circle here is what the ribbon is wrapped around, and then that's added to the card front. This one is by Mary Cavalier. To show you this, so cute with the little scarecrow on the inside. I love the way that's colored, Mary. Such a cute card. Just great colors. Shaded spruce, pumpkin pie, and I feel like that's I want to say more mustard, but it's not. What other darker? We need like a mustard color like that again. Didn't we just have one? I'm getting sidetracked. Susan Ferguson made the next card using the Beauty of the Earth designer paper with the die cuts. I should have pulled this out and put it with the other ones. I didn't get it sorted very well. And then we've got this wood grain paper in the background that was available in the springtime. Just beautiful. Happy fall, y'all. Susan, what a great card. Thank you for sending that. I love that you can die cut this designer paper and it looks like foliage. And it coordinates so well with the other designer paper. Gingerbread, yes. Vampire and the Mummy. You guys remember that name, that stamp set. Melanie says, I just saw my scarecrow card. Oh, she made it out of... No. You're scared. I'm confused now. Cookie Cutter. Yes, Jeannie, that was the name of the stamp set, the Cookie Cutter. I'm confused by your comment, Melanie, about your scarecrow card, because this one was Mary's card. Did you have a scarecrow card too? I guess we'll find out, or maybe you're talking about something at home. Okay, this one is from Paula Schumann, and I love this. This there were several different stamp sets, like a waterfront, a snow front, my meadow. And so this might be a combination of several of them, or it's from the Snowfront stamp set, and it's on watercolor paper. So it's stamped, and then some of them look like blended a little bit. Oh, this is so pretty. Have a happy day. The colors here, we've got Daffodil Delight, and then Basic Black, Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive, and Garden Green or Shaded Spruce in there. Oh, and then the scene on the inside. Oh, I love it. I'm just checking out your notes. I'm going to have to read that whole note later. I think I missed that one. Paula, thank you so much for your beautiful card. I'm going to set that aside so I make sure I look at your note. Okay, this one is from Devana Alderson, and check out the bling. Oh my gosh, I love this bedazzling paper, and it seems a little flashy, but I think it really works with these sunflowers. It makes me so happy, so bright and fun. These sunflowers are from the, what is it called? Celebrate Sunflowers or something like that stamp set. Happy Harvest Blessings. Love it how it's stamped off the edge and colored. And then she even added a layer on the back to cover up the back side of that piece that hangs off. I thought that was such an awesome detail to add that. Devon, beautiful card. It's so beautiful. Someone is going to be so happy to get this one. Oh, check out the colors on this card. This one is by Debbie Thomas, and I am really digging these colors together. We have, what is this brown? Crumb, it looks like soft suede, but it's lighter. Crumb cake maybe. And then Pacific Point and soft seafoam. I love that color combination. I'm going to have to set this aside so I can make a card with the same colors. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. May your birthday be as special as you are. That's so gorgeous. I do remember this stamp set. Don't remember the name of it, but it had 2 steps. So you have the outline and then the solid. And you could do this again with any leaf set. These colors are just so gorgeous together. Debbie, thank you so much for sharing that. Here's another one with gorgeous colors. Oh my gosh, Debbie, of course. Debbie, you are the queen of color. Oh, we've got Pretty Peacock and then Balmy Blue. No. Pretty Peacock, and this is, oh, the blue that just retired. I've got a piece right here. Oh, Rococo Rose, Pretty Peacock, Seaside Spray. Oh, Seaside Spray. So Pretty Peacock, Seaside Spray, and Highland Heather. That is another gorgeous combination. The leaves and the stamps are, or the sentiment are from the Tropical Oasis, or the, it was from that sweet tropical, something tropical stamp set, and it had a big tropical flower as well. Oh my gosh, that is a gorgeous color combination as well. Debbie, thank you so much for both beautiful cards. I love them. Seaside Spray. Bro, brown sugar. Yes. Judy and Melissa, this is baked brown sugar. Yes. That was an in color. So it didn't stick around. It was only there for 2 years, but it was just a perfect, like, light brown right in between that. The soft suede and the crumb cake. Really beautiful. Brown sugar. Good call. Okay, this one is Annette Crochetti, and this is that Celebrate Sunflower set with the die cut. It's such a beautiful detailed die cut. Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure this is cinnamon cider. Ooh, excuse me. I love these little gems too. Just because. And then there is our sunflower inside, colored in. So beautiful. Annette, thank you so much for that card. I love sunflowers. And I'm never sure, are sunflowers fall, or are they summer, or are they late summer / fall? Tell me what you think. Are sunflowers summer flowers, or are they fall flowers? All right, next up, we've got another card from Annette Crochetti, and she's using the Life is Beautiful stamp set. I love that little birdhouse too. And this twine is such a great way to add some texture and interest to the card. Misty Moonlight, or a very similar color, and then Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee or Mango Melody there. Little pumpkin pie in there with the leaves. So pretty. Pear pizzazz for the ground. Beautiful card in it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, we do need more browns. We do have a lot of brown options, but I feel like there's some holes in our browns. I definitely agree. Oh, that's good to know. Inika says until they can bloom until the first frost. Like I said, I'm not a flower person, so I'm not very versed in anything that's garden related. I have a black thumb. This is the Delicate Dahlias stamp set, stamped in beautiful fall colors, including Bumblebee and Terracotta Tile. This one is by Gay Anderson, and oh, I love that on the inside too. Wishing you well. This is such a beautiful card. May this season bring you smiles and love that will last all year. Oh, this card definitely brings smiles, Gay. Thank you so much for sending that in. All right, next card is from Deb Rupp, and she's used the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder. This is one that's new in the July through December mini catalog, and it's just such a great, like, a great texture and background. You can see it is very, like, worn. You can't actually read the words, but it's meant to be that way. Just sort of like a uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Distressed kind of a background. We've got a couple different stamp sets here. The Beauty of Tomorrow is where the flowers and the bird came from. Pretty Pumpkins for the pumpkins. And then the die cuts for the fence are from the sheep dies from Celebration. Sending this card for no particular reason. I love that. It's always so good to surprise your friends with surprise cards for no particular reason. Next up, we've got this one from D. Chamberlain, and this is the Plaid Tidings designer paper with the Gather Together stamp set and bundle. So fun. I love these colors, really bright. The pumpkin pie. Mary Merlot is the color in here with early espresso and bumblebee for the plaid. Here's another card by Jake Myers. I love these colors. Kind of a misty moonlight with garden green. Glitter paper here and the big gem shine on the inside. It says exercise? I thought you said extra fries. Oh, that is so much fun. Not a Stampin' Up saying, but again, you could easily create your own sentiments on the computer and print them out and die cut them or add them to your card if you see something fun like that you would like to create a card with. Jake, thank you so much for sharing your artwork with us. I love it. All right, a few more cards to go. Let's keep chugging along. This one uses the Forever Fern stamped in Cherry Cobbler and Bumblebee. This one is from Belinda Bosch. Oh, I love this on the inside. Everyone must take time to sit and watch the leaves turn. Oh, beautiful collage here stamped inside, and then the die cut with that sentiment is so beautiful. This is fun too. I don't remember the name of this bundle, but I've been thinking about getting this one. I think it's in the mini catalog. It has some different circle shapes and then these just beautiful sort of delicate, almost doily die cuts, and then the textured embossing folder just adds a nice subtle texture to your card. Oh, check out this one. This is by Lynn Hunt Phones, and she has done that Stampin' Blends blended on vellum with the alcohol to create the background. And then this die cut tree, this is all one die cut, and a little bit of the gold leafing. I keep forgetting about that. I've got to add that to some more cards because that is so beautiful. Just a little touch of the gold leafing there. I don't remember the name of this bundle. I've got to take a quick look because there was something else I was just looking at earlier that used that bundle. Let me see if I can just find it really quick here in the back. Here it is. The Inspiring Canopy Inspired Thoughts bundle. This is in the annual catalog, and you can see there's one large tree die cut, and then the stamp set is all words to go with it. So really, really beautiful. It's one that I have and I just haven't used a lot. So I've got to get that out because this die is so perfect to make fall cards with. Little bark embossing folder in the background there for some added texture and a layered. Lynn, thank you so much for that beautiful card. I am very inspired. Oh, you guys, look, it's another Pinwheel Tower card. This one is by Tori Stroley, and I love these bright colors that she's used. Mango Melody with the black and white is just so beautiful. This designer paper, the buffalo check and the leaves, are both from the Host Pattern Party designer paper set from the annual catalog, and then she's colored some of the leaves and then added the stamped and the die cut images. This is so fun. Tori, thank you so much for sending this card in. Oh my gosh, you guys, I gotta try this Tower Pinwheel card. Here's another squirrel card. This one's by Amber Hatfield, and oh my gosh, so cute. She's added some of the brushed metallic dots, one of each color there. I love that. The scallop rectangle is so useful for so many different stamp sets. It makes a great focal point that really like draws your eye in to the squirrel and the leaves and everything else going on there. Amber, thank you so much for sending this in and sharing your beautiful cards with us. Our next card is from Linda Adams, and she says this is her first swap. Oh my gosh. She's used that big daisy designer background stamp and then added some of these gems to the center. Isn't that so beautiful? I love your patience in coloring that because this is a stamp that I've avoided because I didn't want to color it, but It is so beautiful colored, and I kind of forget about it in the catalog because we've got so many other great stamps, but I'm glad that you showcased it so well. Thank you so much for sending that in, Linda, and I'm so happy that you participated in our great big card swap. Just a couple more cards here. Here's another one from Jake Myers with what did she say she used on this? The new distress inks that she used on the glitter paper. And then the die cut tree with the glitter paper too. Really fun and layered. We're definitely going to have to do a Christmas theme. I'm thinking for November. Don't send me your November swap cards yet, but if you want to work ahead, the theme for November will be Christmas. Just don't send them. I can't handle more than 2 months at a time. Okay, our next one is from Melinda DeRuin, and she's using that Life is Beautiful stamp set as well. I love these sponged clouds in the background, and then the multicolored leaves are just so perfect for fall. A little bit of plaid paper in the background kind of ties the whole card together. I love that so much. Thank you so much, Melinda, for sending that in. All right, we've got 2 more cards. This one is from Carmen Melendez. Ornate flowers, embossing folder on the background. And then this is a bundle from the annual catalog, and I don't have it yet, but it's really fun because it's got some different baskets and the different like shapes and things that you can put inside the basket. So thankful for you. I wonder if this was actually supposed to be for October. I think it works for fall too, though. So we're putting it in right now, Carmen. Sorry if it was meant to be for next month. All right, our last card in the Great Big Card Swap September Part 1 Showcase is from Debbie Bustle. And she created this beautiful wreath with a beautiful autumn stamp set and punches. Like I said, the punches are in the clearance rack right now. But Gather Together leaves, and then this fun little acorn trinket. Oh my gosh, this is actually Halloween designer paper that she has used for this fall card. Monster Bash was the name of that Halloween paper, but I love that you can use it for other things besides just Halloween. Like if I didn't tell you it was Halloween paper, you probably wouldn't have known. We've got a beautiful layering on the inside. Have a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, what a great card to end on, Debbie. Thank you so much for sending that in. You guys, you totally outdid yourself. Your cards are so amazing. I will be working on them over the next week to send cards back to you. So if you've sent a card, if I showed it to you tonight, watch for a new card back in the mail. If you would like to participate and have your card shown in the next Great Big Card Swap Showcase, you can send it to me at Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Our next video showcase will be in 2 weeks on Tuesday, September 28th. So there's plenty of time to get your cards in. Mail now. And if you want to work ahead for October, the theme is going to be thankful or grateful. Just please make sure to mark your envelope October so that I know to hold it for that swap. Make sure you include a stamp when you send your card so that I can use the stamps to send cards back to you. So you send one card, you get to see them all in the video, and then you get a card back. Thank you so much to everybody who participated in the Great Big Card Swap so far for September. I loved seeing all your cards, and I know they inspired so many of you at home. Leave a comment and let me know what you saw tonight that you can't wait to recreate at home. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you can get notifications on all my live videos so you can see what we're working on. Tune in on Thursday for Thursday Night Stamp Therapy over on Facebook. We'll be live at 7:10 p.m. every Tuesday over there on Facebook. Until then, have a great week. Happy stamping, and thanks again for tuning in. Bye.